From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital. This is the News at 10. Live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Ayotunde Balogun.
Hello and welcome tonight. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde says he will not support President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027. ICPC indicts 23 ministries, departments and agencies over non-compliance with federal ethical and integrity standards. The 2026 appropriation is ready for scrutiny at the two chambers of the National Assembly following its passing of the second reading. And 3 people killed as Russia launches massive attack on Ukraine, leaving several regions without power.
On business news tonight, Federal Inland Revenue Service says national identification number will now automatically serve as the tax identification number for individual Nigerians under the new tax regime.
On sports news tonight, Nigeria Super Eagles defeat Tanzania in their opening Group D match at the 2025 AFCON in Fez, Morocco.
And from the nation's capital, holiday travel just got cheaper as Nigerian Railway Corporation launches 50% discounts on train rides nationwide for the festive season.
We start off with party politics, where Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has taken a swipe at the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, urging him to respect individual political choices ahead of the 2027 general elections. Now, speaking during a media interaction in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, Governor Makinde made it clear that he will not be backing President Bola Tinubu in 2027, stressing that no one has the authority to impose political allegiance on others.
Talking about people, and I will not talk about people or talk about events, but I'll talk about the real issue. The real issue is that Wike would like to support the president for 2027. That's fine. It is within his right to do that. But also some of us that want to, ensure that democracy survives in Nigeria. We don't drift into a one-party state. And we want to ensure that PDP survives. It should also allow us to do our own thing. That is just the issue between me and Wike. And I confided in a mutual friend. So when I was telling our mutual friend, I said, look, maybe he was talking about an errand that the president never sent him. So let's watch, let's engage him. Let's see if he will back off. But he never did. So after he didn't back off, I said, well, now it's time to confront him. Because I told him from that day that I will never be a part of this. And that is why I will not be supporting the president for 2027. Wike can support him, he's within his right, but also it is within my own right to decide within the political space who I will support or what I will do in 2027.
On party politics, the national chairman of the Accord Party, Mr. Maxwell Ngudem, has maintained that there are no factions within the party, emphasizing that the party is focusing on the upcoming elections. Mr. Ngudem stated this at a news conference at the Accord National Secretariat in Abuja. He insists that he is the only national chairman of the party, urging Nigerians not to be distracted. He accused some members of engaging in anti-party activities.
Everything I'm going to say, I will say it with facts, and he can fact-check me. It has become necessary to clear the air on the false information he spreads in the media to mislead unsuspecting members of the public on the leadership of our great party. I state categorically that Accord is the most peaceful, stable, united, progressive, and fast-growing political party in Nigeria as of today. Accord has no fashion at all levels of leadership. The party is focused and unwavering in its commitment to democratic values. A testament to Governor Adeleke's political influence and national appeal. He has attracted numerous Nigerians to Accord, which has placed the party at the forefront of our democratic process. It is this amazing growth and popularity of our party nationwide that our expelled presidential candidate, Professor Christopher Imumole, wants to steal a match by arrogating to himself a party position he never had, was never appointed or elected to, a mirage that exists in his fruitful imagination.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, the ICPC, has indicted 23 ministries, departments and agencies of government for failing to comply with the ethical and integrity requirements of the federal government. According to the report, which was conducted on 357 departments and agencies of the federal government, only 48 substantially complied with the Public Service Rule on Ethics and Integrity. 13 ministries, departments and agencies of the federal government have also been classified as high risks as they are non-responsive to the integrity test conducted by the ICPC.
Findings on the 2025 deployment. No MDA achieved full compliance. Out of the 344 MDAs assessed, 48 MDAs, that's 13.95%, demonstrated substantial compliance. 132 MDAs, that's 38.37%, recorded partial compliance. 141 MDAs, that's 40.99%, show poor compliance. And 23 MDAs, that's 6.69%, fell under non-compliance. In action, 13 MDAs, that's 3.64%, from the total 357 MDAs deployed were non-responsive and classified as high-risk MDAs. From a law enforcement and fact-finding perspective, these outcomes carry clear implications. Persistent non-responsiveness, weak control system, and poor performance outcomes are not neutral indicators. Based on repeated system studies and review, MDAs exhibiting these patterns are significantly more susceptible to serious irregularities, including financial mismanagement, procurement distortions, project execution failures, and weakened accountability structures. There is no understated way to describe this such outcome. Fall below accepted public service standards and are entirely unacceptable. Going forward, the ICPC will take the necessary steps to address these deficiencies and correct such anomalies within the public service.
Now let's talk about the happenings of the federal legislature, where the National Assembly has passed President Bola Tinubu's 58.47 trillion naira 2026 appropriation bill for second reading, paving the way for legislative scrutiny of the proposed expenditure framework. The bill was approved after extensive debate on the floors of the Senate and House of Representatives. Our National Assembly correspondent Gloria Umezioke reports.
It's an enthusiastic atmosphere as lawmakers resume with the news of more defections at the upper chamber following a letter read by the President of the Senate.
I have resolved, therefore, to formally today join the All Progressives Congress. The PDP has unresolved issues, divisions at the national, divisions at the state, divisions at the local government, and divisions even at the ward levels. Two of our great colleagues from the other side of the aisle, distinguished Senator Orwell and distinguished ranking Senator Bainadam Piggy, crossing carpet to join us here in the APC caucus. All those, again, who are trying to insinuate that we're trying to turn Nigeria to a one-party state should please recognize the fact that nobody is joining our party under any form of coercion.
Similarly, in the House of Representatives, 6 River State lawmakers loyal to the FCT minister, Mr. Nyesom Wike, defect to the APC. So far, 9 out of the 11 PDP Rivers lawmakers in the House of Representatives have now joined the APC, leaving 2 behind, the House Majority Leader, Kingsley Chenda, and Representative Kelechi Nwogu.
I will challenge any one of us to show me anywhere in our law that requires that you need to come to the floor of the House for you to move from one political party to the other. There is no law like that, I keep saying.
As for the ceremony you're talking about here, it doesn't have to be in law. Any member who is changing his party has the right to tell the assembly that he is no longer a member of so-so party, he is moving to another.
The House then settles to the consideration of reports on the 2026 budget presented by President Bola Tinubu days ago to a joint session of the National Assembly. In the Red Chamber, the Senate's leader also leads a robust debate on the same bill.
The bill is deemed to have been read the first time by virtue of its being laid before the joint session of the National Assembly on Friday, 19 December 2025. I move that the 2026 Appropriation Bill 2025 be read for a second time.
The lawmakers highlight concerns regarding its implementation.
Our committees on Defense, Army, Navy, Air Force, we have to ensure that they understand that this money being appropriated is meant to ensure prudent procurement and ratio payment to our men and women in uniform who are taking all the risk.
My plea is that this budget should be well implemented, exceeding the implementation of the last year's budget.
The bill is subsequently passed.
Second reading. Second. This bill is now committed to the Committee on Appropriation to revert to the Senate in 1 month.
And the National Assembly has also passed a revised 43.6 trillion naira budget for 2024 and 48.3 trillion naira 2025 budget. This follows the consideration and adoption of reports from the Committees on Appropriations from both chambers. The Assembly has now adjourned to resume in 4 weeks. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
In part 2, after the break, Nigerian Railway Corporation launches 50% discount on train rides nationwide for the festive season. Please stay with us.
Greetings from FCMB Group.
When the world is spinning out, takes your feet off the ground.
For over 50 years, we continue to serve Nigeria with quality innovations. Now, let home feel like home with our range of inverter appliances that saves up to 70% on energy cost, giving you one less thing to worry about. Higher Thermocool, always there for you.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to the only tomato paste
first manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the federal government of Nigeria. Endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria.
Win your share of 3 billion naira. Become one of 10 millionaires weekly. Or win a chance to see Real Madrid live. 3 SUVs to be won. Buy any needed 400 ml promo product. Scratch and dial to enter.
December in Nigeria is more than a month. It's a mood, a rhythm that fills the streets. In every corner and every crowd. Every taste sparks a memory. From the big stage to the little moments, the road trips, the reunions, homecomings. Every moment, every smile, every memory. No matter your vibe this dirty December, First Bank makes it seamless. Download the First mobile app today or visit any First Bank branch to get your ATM card and enjoy stress-free payments all season. You first. First Bank.
My baba, they always say, for market, every day gets your own wahala. Sometimes people go on scamming. But Baba say, no be by gra. You must cool down, dey sharp. Because with OPay payment, your money go enter sharp, no story. But inside market, anything fit happen. One day, we no see phone again. My baba remember OPay USSD lock, dial *955*131#. Baba press am, lock account. From market woman to driver, from small boy to big man. Now OPay, they protect people like us. My baba fit sell, press phone, collect POS, and still they teach me price. And when they don't tire am, go just tap OPay night guard. We no fear for this our hustle life. Now OPay be the people payment shield.
I am the chef of life.
Eniola, calm down.
Calm down? What if I ruin everything? Auntie Amina is coming. Just pass the beef and dawa cubes. No, Hassan. With Mr. Chef, it's a 2-finger crush.
Chef of life. I am the chef of life. Chef of life with Mr. Chef.
Eniola, you've got this.
Tanu Mama, Tanu Baba.
Hassan, why do you look so lean?
I am the chef of life.
With Mr. Chef, a simple crush turns meals into culture and moments into memories.
This is a true taste of home.
And culture.
Yeah.
Mr. Chef, taste home, taste culture.
Chef of life.
Available at watchgalleries.com.ng. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Call 0818-579-8773. Watch Galleries. Your time, our world.
Distinctive quality ingredients by Intercontinental Distillers Limited.
Non-compliance with federal ethical and integrity standards. The 2026 appropriation is ready for scrutiny at the 2 chambers of the National Assembly following its passing of the second reading. And 3 people killed as Russia launches massive attack on Ukraine, leaving several regions without power. Let's head to the nation's capital, where Millicent Walker is standing by to give us the latest from our Abuja studios. Over to you, Millicent.
Many thanks, Ayatunde. And in the spirit of the festive season, the federal government has approved a 50% discount on all train rides nationwide, beginning from today, December the 23rd, 2025, to January the 4th, 2026, to ease transportation costs on travelers. This was disclosed by the coordinator of the Abuja-Kaduna Railway Service, Mr. Mohammed Modibo, at the Idu train station in the nation's capital. Our correspondent Victoria Longjohn has more.
It's an impressive turnout of passengers at the Idu train station, one of Nigeria's major intercity rail links, as travelers head to Kaduna for the Christmas festivities. Found in a queue, they go through the ticketing and security checks and are led into the waiting room. The Nigeria Railway Corporation's assuring of heightened security presence on board the trains and the decision to discount tickets nationwide.
The tickets are being discounted. The business class from 6,500 is discounted to 3,250. Then the standard class, we charge 3,600 before, and now we are charging 1,800.
It's then boarding time, and passengers make their way to the train. On board the train, the atmosphere is a blend of anticipation and festive spirits, with families laden with luggage and holiday parcels filling both the economy and executive coaches. The train then departs the Idu station for the 3-hour journey to Rigasa, Kaduna State, with a scheduled stop at the Kubwa train terminal. Some of the passengers who spoke to Channels Television cited security challenges on major highways, comfort and predictable travel time as their reason for choosing rail transport, particularly this season.
You know, train is safer and it's cheaper also. And you see the roads are very bad from here to Kaduna, more especially when you reach from Jere to Katari. You can spend 3 hours, 4 hours before you reach Kaduna. But in train, within 2 to 3 hours, you'll be in Kaduna.
Train is the safest, I feel, and I know it's the safest, and also the comfortability, and also the cheapest.
They also urged the government to provide more coaches, increase the frequency of rides, and improve the ticketing system.
The people that are saddled with the responsibility of the ticket process here, we can do better.
Before, daily they have 3 chains, but now we have only 1 due to maybe a shortage of the coaches. So I appeal to the federal government just to do well in transportation of this train.
Is the Kubwa terminal where the Kaduna-bound train made its first stop. While some passengers alighted here, others boarded as the train makes its onward journey to Rigasa in Kaduna State. As road transport becomes increasingly challenging this peak season, more Nigerians are turning to rail transport as a dependable alternative. And for those on board today's journey, the trains are not just a means of convenience, but peace of mind. From the Kubwa terminal, Victoria Longjohn, Channels Television News.
Well, that might boost some cheer. It's not the same for hundreds of passengers, mostly those traveling for the Christmas celebration. They've been stranded on the Abuja-Lokoja road following days of heavy gridlock on the route. Now, motorists have blamed ongoing road construction and a fallen truck on the Jamata Bridge as a result, demanding urgent intervention from the federal government.
Long queues of trucks and cars on the standstill. This is the situation on the Abuja-Lokoja road. Heavy gridlock has rendered motorists and passengers, mostly traveling for Christmas, stranded. The frustration is palpable and confrontations between drivers unavoidable. Despite the presence of police personnel and officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps, the situation has not improved. Many passengers are forced to walk over 15 kilometers to reach the Jamata Bridge, while those coming from Abuja are resorting to using either tricycles or motorcycles at exorbitant fares to get to Lokoja.
I'm coming all the way from Ekiti State, Nigeria, and I'm heading to Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Getting to Lokoja here, I saw this traffic jam. I've been here for about 7 hours. Since around 8 o'clock in the morning I got to this place. I've been here, and we passengers, we are sad at what is happening here. We are not comfortable, and we are begging the federal government to please either hasten up this job or please either provide alternative, because what Nigerians are going through here is truly, really uncalled for.
Is it on Friday? On Friday last week. Now we don't enter them. Since that place where they do that road, where they call them this Kotokaro.
So how many hours have you left on the road now?
The first day I spent that is 9 hours.
10 a.m. And I think for now, people coming this way, they told us that the hold up is up to Abaji. And Abaji from here is more than 40-something kilometers. Imagine that. There's more stress on that.
Two major factors have been blamed for the incident: a falling truck and the ongoing rehabilitation of the road. The dualization of the Lokoja-Abuja Road project was awarded in 2006 during President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration. But nearly 19 years after, the road remains under construction and in dire need of attention. Commuters call for swift action to alleviate the current hardships faced by travelers.
Let's go over to River State, where Governor Siminalayi Fubara says his administration is making the right decision in embarking on major hospital projects across the state, stressing healthcare remains top priority of his government. The governor spoke during the commissioning of the Ahoda Zonal Hospital, a secondary healthcare facility built to serve residents of the Rivers West Senatorial District.
Excitement fills the air in Ahoda East local government area as River State's Governor Siminalayi Fubara is visiting to commission the long-awaited zonal hospital. What was once an uncompleted structure inherited from successive administrations has now been transformed into a 105-bed secondary healthcare facility spread across 4 floors with separate blocks of staff quarters.
We took over this construction of this hospital effectively in February of 2017 under the administration of Governor E.N. Wike, after the project was abandoned by the contractor who commenced it under His Excellency Governor Rotimi Amechi's administration. However, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, soon after the commencement of his administration, called us back to site and promised to see to the completion and commissioning of this project. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that promise has been kept today.
The excitement surrounding the day's commissioning is the highlight of the remarkable achievements of the Fubara-led administration in the healthcare sector, as the commissioner in charge formally presents the honors.
For the first time, nurses and other allied healthcare workers are struggling to be posted to rural health facilities.
For Governor Fubara, the commissioning of the Ahoda Zonal Hospital following the earlier inauguration of the Bori Zonal Hospital in March reinforces his commitment to healthcare as top governance priority.
What are we trying to tell our people? Your health is important to us. Your business survival is crucial to us. No matter how much you have, you also need good health to enjoy that wealth. And what we have done here today is to tell you that the well-being of our people is top priority of this government. In Jesus' name.
The hospital is then commissioned. The modern, fully equipped Awada Zonal Hospital is set to meet the rising demand for medical care in the Rivers West Senatorial District, saving residents over 30 kilometers trip time to the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital for services beyond primary health care.
Over in the southeast, in a bold move to empower the informal sector and grow small media-scale enterprise in Imo, the state government, under the Renewed Hope Empowerment Initiative, has empowered 10,000 artisans with skills, tools and startup kits. During the graduation and presentation of tools to the graduates at Indibisi Kanu Square in Owerri, Governor Hope Uzodinma says the move signals a strategic expansion of his administration's economic agenda and a renewed push to support local talent in the state. Our correspondent Itope Kutei reports.
At a time when many Nigerians are counting down to the new year, thousands of Imo youths are counting new beginnings. This is as 10,000 participants of the Renewed Hope Empowerment Initiative training gather at the Indibisi Kanu Square in Owerri, the state capital, for their graduation. From electricians, mechanics, fashion designers and makeup artists to welders, tailors, shoemakers, bakers and furniture makers, these beneficiaries, apart from graduating after 3 months of intensive training, will be fully equipped for economic independence. Addressing the graduates, Governor Uzodinma linked the empowerment drive to his administration's broader economic agenda that will provide job opportunities and economic independence for thousands of youths in Imo State.
Today, for me, is a day of fulfillment because it is another proof of the abundant skilled manpower potential in our state. For the past months, you have undergone rigorous training. You have toiled. You have learned. And you have persevered. Today you are receiving certificates. But more than that, you are receiving economic independence. We must acknowledge that this vision of empowerment is not ours alone. I therefore express my profound gratitude to the Father of the nation, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, and our dear Mother of the nation, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON. Their Renewed Hope Empowerment Initiative has been a beacon of light for the vulnerable and the industrious across this nation.
Some of the beneficiaries thank the government for this laudable gesture, which they say will go a long way in boosting their trade.
I'm very, very excited. I want to thank God for our governor, His Excellency. May the Lord bless him. May the Lord increase him.
With their new tools and training, these 10,000 artisans are being sent out in the market with one clear mission: raise standards, create jobs, and help grow the Imo State economy from the grassroots. Itope Kutei, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Federal Inland Revenue Service announces that under the new tax regulations, the National Identification Number, NIN, will automatically serve as the tax identification number for individual Nigerians. That's on Business News. Please join us again.
Win your share of 3 billion naira. Become one of 10 millionaires weekly, or win a chance to see Real Madrid live. 3 SUVs to be won. Buy any needed 400 mil promo product, scratch and dial to enter.
Transfer.
Now money point of that.
No worry, you said good make am. Mogo Bible.
Victor, even you they use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money Point, made for your progress.
My Baba, they always say, for market, every day gets your own wahala. Sometimes people go on scam you. But Baba say, no be by gra. You must cool down, dey sharp. Because with OPay payment, your money go enter sharp, no story. But inside market, anything fit happen. One day, we no see phone again. My Baba remember OPay USSD lock, that's star 955 star 131 hash. Baba press and lock account. From market woman to driver, from small boy to big man. Now OPay, they protect people like us. My Baba fit sell, press phone, collect POS, and still they teach me price. And when they don't tire, go just tap OPay night guard. We no fear for this our hustle life. Now OPay be the people payment shield.
My mama no lie, yo. Food waste with na money kill and plus everything combined, oh. Everything combined, oh. Ogbonge just the arrive, oh. She tell me say na devil things, so yeah, oh, she dey use fry, oh. Yeah. Now why did you love it, they sweet like this? The chicken, they crisp like this. Fry the plantain,
Introducing the new Devon King's Soya Vegetable Oil, available in stores near you.
Hi everyone, have you heard of Easy Buy Christmas Bonanza? I guess you haven't. This Awufu Brekete is starting from November 15th to December 31st. Easy Buy is offering reduced interest rates, discount on screen insurance, amazing gift items, food stuff, and many more. Easy Buy, buy now, pay later.
Available at watchgalleries.com.ng. Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Call 0818-579-8773. Watch Galleries. Your time, our world.
Nothing rivals the feeling of a newborn's arrival into a family. Moments such as these are made for Eagle Original Aromatic Schnapps. That child of yesterday has grown into a man, and when important landmarks in our lives are celebrated, on hand to consummate such memorable occasions is Eagle Original Aromatic Schnapps. And when prayers are answered, great success evidently flows. With success comes status, and with status comes recognition. Eagle Original Aromatic Schnapps is there with you all the way through all your wins and milestones. Eagle Original Aromatic Schnapps, authentic traditional prayer drink.
Welcome to What Event. The thrill is called
Sports bets and casino games, the stakes are rising. Play your way, the chance is near. With competitive odds, the win is clear. What Event, bet smart, win big, feel alive. Lightning, chaos, non-stop vibes. Your journey to greatness, it's here, it's begun. What Event!
Seasoned with a burst of energy as the Fuze Festival 4.0 takes center stage, an event reshaping youth engagement across music, culture, and creative enterprise. This year's edition brings together a vibrant mix of music, dance, fresh ideas, and cutting-edge innovations, offering young talents a platform to shine.
As dirty December energy rises across the city, Stanbic IBTC wastes no time setting the mood with the highly anticipated Fuze Festival 4.0. The event opens with a colorful circus showcase that instantly raises the bar. Samba dancers command attention, drummers keep the rhythm, and a stilt walker towers above it all. Next, as the moon takes over the skies, attendees follow the excitement from the showcase area to the main stage, where a series of dance and music performances keep spirits high.
We're here at Fuze 2025 and it's an amazing show. Yes, it's been bubbling from 1 p.m. or thereabouts till now, and it's amazing. So we're looking forward to seeing Waniko, to seeing TK, and to seeing Miss So we're here for a good time, and we're having a good time.
It's been really nice. It's not my first time, so I always have fun. I know it's going to be fun. And I mean, it's been really nice.
The night then delivers its headline act with the presentation of cash prizes to the Fuze Talent Show 4.0 winners across music, dance, fashion, and technology.
$5 million. Congratulations to you, Andrew.
The chief executive of Stanbic IBTC Pension Managers shares how Fuze fits into the organization's broader strategy for youth empowerment, describing it as a platform designed to connect creativity with opportunity.
We're very passionate about youth at Stanbic IBTC. Generally speaking, we want to give them a platform, we want to give them visibility, we want to give them market access, and want to empower them to be the best versions of themselves. I think Nigerians are doing great things globally, and I think that, just putting some funding, some visibility, and creating the right platform, and they're doing us proud. So we're very happy to be associated with Nigerian youths. We think the sky is their limit, and we're putting our money, where our mouth is.
With talent on full display and December in full swing, Stanbic IBTC once again shows when opportunity meets preparation, the applause follows naturally.
Business News is up next with Dominic Iwiwo.
Thank you, Ayo. On Business News, the National Identification Number, NIN, issued by the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, will now automatically serve as the tax identification number, tax ID, for individual Nigerians under the country's new tax regime. The clarification was made by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, through a public awareness campaign on its official X handle. According to the FIRS, registered businesses will also no longer need a separate tax identification number, as the Corporate Affairs Commission registration number will now function as their tax ID. The announcement comes as the tax authority seeks to address widespread concerns over provisions in recently passed tax legislation. Now, the Tinkan Island Port Command of the Nigeria Customs Service has surpassed its 2025 revenue target, recording an unprecedented 1.569 trillion naira collection, even as there are days to the end of the year. The comptroller of the area, Frank Onyeka, explains that the historic milestone of excess of 51.83 billion naira so far is driven by discipline, professionalism, and deliberate policy choices rather than chance.
For the 2025 fiscal year, Tinkan Island Port Command was assigned a revenue target of 1,524 billion plus. I'm pleased to inform you that as at the time of this report, the command had generated a total revenue of 1,569 billion plus. This means we have exceeded our revenue target for the year by 55.83 billion naira. Through improved valuation, diligent cargo examination, and strict adherence to custom procedures, the command ensured that government revenue due to these imports were fully and promptly collected.
The activities of non-state actors in tax collection in Lagos State may soon be a thing of the past if the resolutions from the Lagos State Tax Reform Summit is implemented. A major part of the session focused on harmonization of state and local governments and explored the implementation roadmap, which considers the peculiarities of the state.
most of our local government chairmen are here, right? And they've seen that they've agreed with us that some of the things that they do, right, some of the things that they ask people to do that they are not even aware are part of things we are bringing forward. And once we all can articulate, a framework where all of these things will be stopped completely, then we'll begin to work together. Because one of the things you'll see where some of those actions never get sustained is if there are state officials that are going to enforce some of these things that are being done at other levels. But since all of us are working together now, there will be a lot of collaboration and harmonization. And data, which is now a strong tool which are going to be using to access and to also understand, what is happening, will be a major source of solution for us.
The domestic bourse ended Tuesday bullish, extending previous gains by 579 billion naira as the all-share index climbs back above 153,000 points. Willie Bong tells us more.
Welcome to the Stock Market Report. It's about a day to Christmas and the NGX is beginning to heat up, but in a good way. The all-share index rose more than 0.5% today to settle at 153,352 points, regaining that 153,000 level. And the market cap sitting pretty at 97 trillion naira. That's about 578 billion naira in value added today. And it can all be linked largely to Boa Foods. The consumer giant gained 13 naira 80 kobo, and that lifted its share price to close at 748 naira. It's not only Boa Foods. Investors are smiling to the bank about aluminum extrusion. This Alex led the gainers today to close at 14 naira 90 kobo. We also see Austin Labs and Custodian featuring on that winning bird. And of course, it's not a zero-sum game. It's a zero-sum game in the market, definitely. Royal X bottomed out today, dropping by over 7% to close at 1 naira 80 kobo. Oh well, it's a holiday shortened week. Let's hope Santa stays put at the NGX. Will Ibang, signing out.
Thank you, Will. We end Tuesday's business news with snapshots of closing figures from major global stock markets. And that's it on business news. Back to Ayotunde for the rest of the news at 10.
Thank you, Dominic. At least 3 people have died after Russia's massive overnight attack across several cities in Ukraine. Energy infrastructure was also targeted, leaving several regions without power. Russia reportedly launched 635 drones and 38 missiles, and according to Ukraine, 621 of them were downed. Here's Simon Fuze with more international news and around the world in 5 from our London studio.
Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Russia has intensified its strikes on the southern Ukrainian region of Odessa, causing widespread power cuts and threatening the region's maritime infrastructure. Last week, there were warnings that the focus of the war may have shifted towards Odessa. President Volodymyr Zelensky said the repeated attacks were an attempt by Moscow to block Ukraine's access to maritime logistics. Earlier in December, Russian President Vladimir Putin threatened to sever Ukraine's access to the sea in retaliation for drone attacks on tankers of Russia's shadow fleet in the Black Sea. The U.S. Justice Department has released its largest batch of the so-called Epstein files, the documents it holds relating to the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Today's drop follows the publication of several others over the weekend. Many details in the thousands of files have also been heavily redacted. Donald Trump is named in the files and is listed as a passenger on Epstein's jet 8 times between 1993 and 1996. There is also an email sent to Ghislaine Maxwell from an unknown person at Balmoral, the residence Prince Andrew used to live at, with the line, "How's LA? Have you found me some new inappropriate friends?" The Department of Justice had been legally required to publish them all by the end of Friday. President Donald Trump has announced that the US will commission a new series of heavily armed Navy battleships named after himself as part of a revamped Golden Fleet. Construction on the Trump-class USS Defiance ship, which will be equipped to carry an array of weapons, is expected to begin soon, with Trump saying the first vessels will be operational in 2.5 years. The announcement is part of a larger planned expansion of the US Navy by President Trump in both manned and unmanned vessels, including larger missile-armed warships and smaller vessels. Officials have warned that the US currently lags behind China in both shipbuilding capacity and total output.
So the battleships are going to be armed just in terms of guns and missiles at the highest level. They'll also have hypersonic weapons, many hypersonic weapons, state-of-the-art electric rail guns, and even the high-powered lasers that you've been starting to read about. We have lasers where you aim the laser at a target, it just wipes it out. The U.S. Navy will lead the design of these ships along with me because I'm a very aesthetic person.
At least 5 people have been killed after a Mexican Navy plane crashed in foggy conditions near Galveston, Texas on Monday, while transporting a child burns victim.
Just hang on a minute.
According to flight tracking website Flight Radar, the plane was last reported at 15:01 local time over Galveston Bay near Skulls International Airport. The aircraft was taking part in a medical mission on behalf of the Micho Imai Foundation, which provides care to Mexican children with severe burns. Mexico's Secretariat of the Navy said 1 person remains missing and 2 others were rescued alive. Vince Zampella, who co-created the popular video game series Call of Duty, has died in a car crash in California at the age of 55. The influential video game developer was traveling in a Ferrari with another person when it crashed and caught fire on a highway in Los Angeles on Sunday. Video has since emerged showing a red car losing control before bursting into flames. It is unclear if Zampella was driving the car and who the other person inside was. Both people inside the vehicle died. And the US Food and Drug Administration has approved a pill version of the weight loss drug Wegovy, according to pharmaceutical giant Novo Nordisk. It is the first pill of its kind to receive approval from the regulator, marking a new era for weight loss drugs. Wegovy's Danish makers, Novo Nordisk, said the once-daily pill was a convenient option to the injectable and would provide the same weight loss as the shot. It comes after Wegovy was approved by the FDA specifically for weight loss. Others, like Ozempic, which has similar weight loss effects, were primarily approved for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.
Right, let's find out the outcome of Nigeria's game against their opponents in the CAF Africa Cup of Nations, talking about Tanzania. And of course, Kelly Giga is here to tell us what transpired in that Super Eagles victory. Kelly.
Well, Ayatunde Ademola Lookman secured a 2-1 win for the 3-time African champions, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, against Tanzanian first earlier this evening in their opening match. After the disappointment of failing to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, Nigeria's coach Eric Shell would have perhaps hoped for more goals given the opportunities his side created earlier this evening. But Nigerian centre-half Semi Ajayi opened the scoring in the first half before Charles Mbombua levelled soon after halftime. However, Atalanta attacker Ademola Lookman struck the winning goal shortly after the equalizer to spare Nigeria's blushes. Well, more updates for you from tonight's games. Bayern Munich striker Nicolas Jackson grabbed a brace as Senegal eased to a 3-0 victory over Botswana in the Cup of Nations Group D clash earlier today. So Jackson struck either side of halftime with Sheriff Ndiaye completing the scoring late on. The victory took Senegal to the top of the table in Group D on goal difference ahead of DR Congo, who defeated Benin Republic 1-0 in Rabat today as well. Nigeria captain Riyad Mahrez is confident his side can make up for their poor showings at the last two editions of the competition as the 2019 champions prepare to begin their campaign in Morocco tomorrow, Wednesday. The Desert Foxes won their second AFCON title. The last time it was played in North Africa, that's about 6 years ago, in Egypt precisely. However, their trophy defense 3 years later in Cameroon ended in first round elimination with just a single point, and they also failed to win a match going out in the group stage in Cote d'Ivoire in 2024. The former Manchester City winger, who now plays for Al Ahly in the Saudi Pro League, turns 35 in February, and this AFCON perhaps may be his last outing at international level. Well, away from the competition in Morocco, Alexander Isak faces 2 months on the sidelines after fracturing his leg in a reckless challenge from Tottenham's Mickey van der Ven. The Swedish striker was injured in a tackle from the defender in the act of scoring the opening goal in Saturday's 2-1 victory at Spurs. The Premier League champions said in a statement the forward had undergone surgery on an ankle injury that included a fibular fracture in his left leg. And we wish him a speedy recovery. That's Sports News Tonight. I am Kelly Egi. Guys, back to you today.
And the main news again. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde today said he will not support President Bola Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027. The ICPC has indicted 23 ministries, departments and agencies over non-compliance with federal ethical and integrity standards. The 2026 appropriation is ready for scrutiny at the 2 chambers of the National Assembly following its passing of the second reading. Three people killed as Russia launched a massive attack on Ukraine, leaving several regions without power. It's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Compliments of the season. And do have a good night.